The following is a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 2.
Hello everyone and welcome to our second half of the Acoustic August Final Four doubleheader. We are back and now we have the winner of the accordion region background character going up against the winner of the drum region, Camaro. This will be the second match of the two in our doubleheader today. And we saw earlier Nightwalker defeat Alex in a 5-1 victory. Very good showing from Nightwalker. He will be in the final. He will be watching this game most likely to see who he will be facing off against. And with that said, let's jump over to the bracket here. As I just said, Nightwalker got the victory here, so he's in the final. Background Camaro coming up next, so we'll see who ends up being the opponent, and then we'll go from there. But before we jump to a match, let's take a look at both players' paths to get here. Background character, 11-6 in the tournament, not bad. Has given every opponent he's played so far 2 games apiece, and no more, no less than that. So we're at 32. Opening match, defeated Omni 3-2 in what was described as essentially a best of 1. First 4 games were kind of hosings on both sides, and then Game 5 was a fair game all around, but very strange match there. But then we had Chloro, a good UL matchup happened there. Background was able to win that 4-2, and then in the regional final, Background ended the Cinderella run of ME in a 4-2 result, able to use the experience to their advantage to take advantage of that. And now they're in their second Final Four of the season. As I mentioned before, only 4 people have made 2 Final Fours in the season. He joined Alex, Stefan, and Tapir in that. Tapir jumped up to D1 early in the season, so really only 3 in terms of the field currently in D2. And then jumping over to Camaro here, played in the play-in, has had a relatively great tournament so far, great second half of the season in general. In the Durham region, in the play-in, he defeated Reed 3-1, ended the season, and possibly ended Reed's career. Then round of 32, and this is where we started to see some of this very long gameplay from Camaro. 3-0 result over Rana, and that game was an hour 30, so curious to see if we'll see anything like that, including a 50-minute game 3, so going to be interesting to see if any of that comes into play today. And then the regional semifinal, very, very tight game. This one also ran long, but 4-3 defeated Gone, huge win to the resume. And then in the regional final, was able to defeat the Slim in another 4-3, and then also another longer game, which ended up being longer than the Rana game. Hour 43 included a 42-minute match or game in the match, but Camaro was able to walk away with that one and get the victory there. So there's a bracket. Let's jump over into the stream. Both our players are in the VC. I don't believe either will talk, but they will type their answers out. But again, unfortunately, on the solo commentary, as usual, no mic from background, all good. You don't have to if you don't want it. It's all good. But yeah, no commentary on this one. Again, unfortunately, no commentator, unfortunately. So again, just me. But I think for both players, they're in an interesting spot. Obviously, you got a lot of seeding for play here, but a lot of people feel like Camaro's victory in the regional final locked his spot up at the D2 championship. We'll have to see. Getting another win wouldn't hurt here for sure. And Background's kind of been on top. I think really Background's trying to fight for more of the top seed here at this point. I think you would be hard to find someone who doesn't think Background will be into the D2 championship already, but you never know. There's a lot of seeding still to play for. Remember, the top 4 seeds do get a bye in the first round, so still some advantages to that. But quickly jump to our players here for the pre-game comments. Backgrounds, I mean, you've had a pretty good tournament so far, but it's kind of remained consistent with the goal of trying to get back to the finals after coming so close in February. What's the mindset going today as you're one step away from making it back to the finals, being only the second person in D2 so far to make 2 finals in the season, Tapir being the other one who ended up beating you in that February final. But what's the mindset here as you look to try to make it to another final and maybe win the Acoustic August this time? And like always, as long as it's not solitaire, I don't mind. All right. And then for Camaro here, I mean, a lot of people have had comments about how your run has been in the second half of the season. Didn't really offer much in the first half, but starting in the June Gelato, you have been on a roll, getting a lot of good wins and a lot of great runs. June Gelato ended a bit early due to some scheduling issues, but didn't have any of that really coming into this tournament, and you've made yourself into your first Final Four. An absolutely incredible turnaround performance in the second half of the season. Any comments about that and what you're looking forward to in today's match, and what you need to do, in your opinion, to potentially make your first final? Again, you could either do voice or you could type up your comment to that, but please let us know when you can. All right. Well, all I need to do is pray. Again, Camaro, definitely someone who does follow follow the name of God. So definitely one of the players here that is a little more religious. But we'll see if his prayers will be heard or if they will fall on deaf ears. But with that said, I think we're ready to get things going here. Background will have the game 1 call since he is the higher seed, so we'll see where he starts us off here, and it is going to be the usual 7. Again, background usually likes to kick us off with 7 here, so not very surprising there, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if this runs long, or we'll see if background will try to take advantage and make this more middle package timing. So there's the good luck, and we are set to be underway here, and we're starting with the blue reverse here. The second half of our doubleheader is underway, and we are going with the blue reverse. 7-card start here, so this could end quickly, but background's going to start us off with the blue one here. What does Camaro respond with? Again, we are starting with the OG start here, but this could give a bit of variability, and we see there background only has 1 blue and he draws right away. 9, not really able to have any options here. Camaro's going to get a switch here. That'll give him the lead. Will that free up background though, or will he be forced on 2 color? No, he will not. He will have the yellow one. And Camaro's just kind of running on a roll here so far. Yellow 2, so again, just kind of running on this yellow right now, and Camaro's going to get another switch here, just kind of been able to run it so far. Hasn't had the draw yet, so this is a good start for Camaro. Another 8, and Camaro switches into a draw, so may have been a bit of early of a draw there, but background also draws there, so we may have a bit of a draw city early here. I don't think either player got necessarily amazing starting hands, so this might have been a split in terms of not getting great starting hands, but obviously there is the factor of ammo control there, so maybe holding on to something, but background is going to draw a green 6, and Camaro switches right back into the yellow. And clean play. Yellow 5, so background was able to run the yellow, but Camaro draws again here, so a bit of an early switch, and now background's kind of off to the races here. Camaro likely needing to look for a switch here, cannot find it. And background cannot find it either, so we're in a weird spot here. Both players kind of have junk cards laying around the deck here, so interesting start to game 1. Could be some potential smaller draw cities here and there, but no one seems to have a clear path to the finish right now, so this is really going to be where the deck building comes into play. And Camaro gets the +4, so either got that off the draw or just decided to burn it. And he is going on a huge run on the blues. That's going to be up to a +10 at this point with the +4, +6 on the +2s, and then the +4 itself. So big run here, and he leaves it open. Oh man, so leaves it open on the +2. Very risky. We'll see how background responds. Not going to do the +4, but he's going to do the blue 4 here. Going to keep it blue. Going to take advantage of the weakness on blue. Can Camaro find a switch here? Yes, he can. Goes back to yellow. But that was a card a lot of people drew on, so may not be able to get the finish here. And now with the +10, background may be able to do a little bit more. Gonna shift it back to blue here. Good play there. Goes back into the blue, goes to the blue 3 here, looking for the draw, and he gets it. Now background might just run this blue for a while. Doing a good job so far, placing down the right numbers here to avoid a switch. Obviously not something that is 100% skill. Sometimes you need a little bit of fortune on the number placements, but it looks like that's a ditto there. Camaro might have drawn a red 8 there, but or maybe he held it. Red 9, red 7. Now we just run the reds here. Bit of a countdown. And then we go back up. Both red 7s from Camaro. And now the red 0. Background might be looking to keep it this red for a bit. And Camaro draws on the red here, so background kind of just rolling through this. Likely we'll have a play here. Maybe, no, he doesn't actually. So that's the second time today we've seen someone play the 0 and then draws, which is interesting. We don't usually see that, but now we got another draw city here. Both players just seem to have like 1 or 2 junk cards they just cannot find a way to get rid of. So this is going to be interesting to see how they manage it. So we just hit 4 as they're about to hit 440 here. And then we got another draw city going, and I mean, I think this gives me a good opportunity to try to get the write-up updated in terms of the reporting. Camaro's going to get the switch, though. Goes into blue 6. And no, background wants to go back to red. No, he doesn't actually. No, he has the run, goes into yellow actually. So he's gonna keep the run alive. Camaro's able to play it. Can background play it? No, he plays it into a draw. May have been looking for an early switch there, but did not get it. Only the green was not seen there, so maybe background has some green potentially, but we don't really necessarily know that. It could be some stray cards on the red or blue possibly. Now we have another draw city going. We have not seen the green in a while. I feel like both players do have some green. Question is, when will they feel comfortable going in there? Because I think both players know that's definitely going to be one that hasn't been explored much. Update it. Okay. Camaro, the command didn't go through. Just do it again. Camaro, just do it. Camaro, the draw didn't go through, so just unless you're playing there, just to draw again. There we go. Again, now we'll see. We'll see if this draw city keeps going, or if another bailout happens. But no, draw city is going to keep going. And background's going to get a yellow 3. Do we get a switch? And we might be in store for a longer game 1 here. I think some of the endurance space from Camaro is coming into play here. And Camaro's going to go for it, is going to place the wild green, and now the green has been unleashed, and we'll see how long we run this. I actually think we haven't ran green at all this game. No, we ran it at the start, but only once. It was only for a little bit, so. And no, background's going to go to red now, so don't stay on the green for that long. And now we go back to green, so that may have been a stray red possibly, but could have maybe been a hold for some mind games potentially. But Camaro, no, not Camaro. No, okay, it's over actually. I was not keeping track of the cards, but background quickly finishes it, gets rid of the stray red, and then closes it out with a double to close out game 1. Good stuff to the background there. Goes up 1-0 early. Background, I mean, I think there was definitely moments in the game where it was kind of a bit of a struggle to find the finish there, especially since it seemed like you had some junk cards there, but was able to get rid of that red there, and I think from that point you were able to close the game out. Yeah, spend a while organizing cards to get a win. Yeah. Camaro, I mean, definitely was more of a longer run on this one, but um, definitely. Oh man, oh, nearly had the finish there, but couldn't quite get it. Um, I mean, the blue two is straight, but double red skip. I mean, oh man, bit of a miscalculation from Camaro, but yeah, it was very close to the ending there. Couldn't quite get the finish though. But yeah, we'll see how that ends up playing out. But we'll jump into game number 2 here. Um, Background's gonna have the call, just can't go 7. We'll see what he goes with here. Goes 1 down, so he's gonna go 1 down, and actually, which is interesting. Usually, I feel like we see more of a 1 up if we want to stay in this range, but now we're going 1 down actually. So a bit of a potential mix up here. Hang on a second. It's best of 9. All right, so getting ready to start game number 2 here. And it's a wild start. It's free choice. Background's gonna do the draw. I don't know if Camaro will, but if he doesn't, he's gonna hand it over to Camaro. This is a bit of a. I've always said this is a double-edged start. All right, so he's not gonna draw. What? No, come on. Let's not do that. It's a UUL tradition. We gotta respect that. So goes with the red 8. Right, okay, let's stop riding. So the background's gonna go for the goes for the double red. Yeah, we'll see how this goes for Camaro here because sometimes you have a lot of variability on what you might want to go for with the start, and it could vary a bit. But Camaro's going to go for the red +2 here. We'll see if he has a runner, if he maybe draws for the 7. I don't know. Camaro is taking a second. Might be just looking over the cards a little bit more carefully this time. Just taking a second to load it up and get ready. Another +2 puts background up to 11. Goes down to 2. It's been a good start on the 6 so far, but just gave background a good chunk of ammo here potentially. And okay. Oh, that's interesting. He might. Actually, no, it's a clean play. Never mind. So no green 4, but does have the green 3 and throws a +2 down as well. So puts him back to 4. And Camaro does the wild. So I'm wondering if maybe that would have been the finish there, but goes the wild. So we'll see what happens with that. 9-3. Still early. And the background doesn't feel safe. He's going to go with the +4. And I'm pretty sure that's going to even up the game here. Now we just kind of run on the greens here. And background has no more greens, so might have been more of a defensive move there. And Camaro doesn't have any greens either, so another draw city is going. Let me just check those 7 minutes, right? Yes, 7 minutes. Okay. So 8-8, 3 minutes in, just past 3 minutes, and now we got a bit of a draw city going here on the green. So defensive +4 from background, and now we're forced to draw on both sides. And now background's going to go for it with the yellow 6. And Camaro's going to draw again, so I mean, we've seen background a lot throughout this tournament with some draws here or there. I mean, sometimes there's been some hosings, but in these games where it's kind of like you don't really have a clear finish or whatnot, I think this is really the environment background thrives in. So this has been good for him. Camaro likes these endurance games, so keeping it long is good for him, but just needs to try and figure something out here because he's down to a two-color strategy at this point because he keeps drawing on this yellow as background keeps running on it. Finally gets to switch to red here. Likely the red and blue will be good for him, but background has to cross over the yellow here. Might not be good. No, Camaro has to cross over the blue now, covers it. So now we go blue. And we're not going to the yellow again, but Camaro or background has the ditto here, so is good with the blue. For now at least. Now Camaro just runs the blue here at this point. Blue 8 at the table check, background down to 2. Good table check from Camaro there. Blue reverse, might get a color switch here at this point. Will be a little risky, but or we could keep it blue. No, he's gonna keep it blue. And no, that's gonna cost him. That's gonna be it. Might not have had anything there to block that, but double up to the end on the skips, and background's gonna go up quickly 2-0 here. Good start for background so far. I mean, background kind of just ran through that again. I think that was kind of rinse and repeat for the most part from game one, except a little shorter. I mean, any comments on that? It didn't seem like the starting hand was that amazing on the 6, but especially through the draws, you were able to make it work out. I'm just gonna update the thing here. Just wanted to ruin Camaro's mojo with the +4. Got that on the original +4. Fun. So bit of a defensive play there. But yeah, Camaro down 2-0. Not necessarily the start you were hoping for. Any thoughts on how this has gone so far, and any potential adjustments you feel like you might need to make to try and bring this back here on your homestand? I'm gonna type this one up here. Not really, just go slower maybe. So yeah, maybe a bit of a pace adjustment here. But that said, we're gonna start game 3 here. Camaro is gonna have the call here. Can be anything he chooses. So we'll see. He's gonna go for the full send here. So this is definitely gonna play into more of the slowing down the pace here. So full send on the 15 for game number 3. Camaro's gonna join first, and then we're gonna get going through. Camaro definitely looking to try and make this back to 3. Try and make this back here, not prevent a 3-0 here. We're gonna start with the red 9. Question is, what will Camaro start us off here? Because there's a lot of options on 15. So goes to the red 5. So a bit of a cooler start here. I forgot to start the timer. Good job, me. 13. Yeah, that's about it. And quick switch into the yellow here. So a bit of light switching we're seeing here. So does background do a crossover? He runs yellow. He runs yellow. And that's another yellow 8 from Camaro here. So both yellow 8s off the table early. Clint play. Looking at the 3 or the 5. Which one will it be? No, it's not even that. It's the 6. Camaro goes 1 up. And double yellow 6, so that's both yellow 6s off the table. And now Camaro's going to throw down a +2 here, so ammo is starting to come in. And it's just going to be a double. Just gives 2 cards to background and closes it out with a 2-carder to close it out, and that's going to be a ditto here. And it's interesting because Camaro was thinking of slowing down the pace, but he's kind of going through this quickly right now. Might be a bit of a mix-up here. Just how long can he run this yellow, though? That's the thing. We're not going to find out because we're going to get a wild green here from background, so a color switch. Haven't seen green yet. I would think Camaro has a play here, but question is how long do we run it? And it's a green one here, so maybe he was looking for the green switch, but didn't get it. Now we just kind of run green right now. About to hit 2 minutes here. Maybe already hit 2 minutes again. We didn't start the timer up there. My apologies, but again, background just kind of running through this right now. Camaro does have the lead at the moment. 6-9. Make that 5. Going on the run here. So down the 4, throws another 2 to background. Background up to 11. Does Camaro potentially have the game-winning run here? Typing it up. Throws the +4. It's a big, big run. Another +4 thrown down, and I think this might end up being the game here. Blue reverse. Oh, and Camaro doesn't do the call out, or doesn't do the call. Bit of a mistake there. Camaro not able to close it out. Likely would have had the game won there. Didn't do the Uno, and background was on it. So good stuff to background there, making sure he's keeping it safe. Rodden, can we limit the comments in the game, please? If you want to make more, if you want to make comments, you could do it in the Uno Watch Party VC. So good awareness from background there, and he's going to throw a +2 down as well. Gonna get a table check. 5-17, so background is a bit behind here. That's not going to be comeback. He's at 9. He was at 19. But bit of a mistake for Camaro there. Likely had the game won, didn't get the Uno call. And now he draws, and I mean, that's not really the mistake he wants to be making at this stage of the competition, but gonna have to find a way to get back to the ending here. Gets to switch the red. Won't be able to finish on the blue, but can run the red here, possibly. Background's gonna give it. Now, what will be the play here? Camaro's gonna throw a +2 down. Does he have another +2, or does he close it here? He does have another +2, goes to green. And now background's at comeback territory because he's at 21. And closes at the green 5, down to 2 here. So background with a lot of cards here. Camaro down to 2. We'll see what background decides to do. Just past 5 minutes. And background didn't feel very safe, throws down the +4 there, so only one +4 left in the deck now. But only does a double. Doesn't go any further than that. We did see Camaro draw on this blue earlier, but may have gotten some blue on this +4. Goes with the blue 5. So it does have some blue. We'll see how long he runs it though. Background with the blue 4, the signature. And Camaro doesn't have much more left to offer there. Let's see what background gives here. I would think he maybe keeps it blue, but I could see a switch here also. He is going to switch it, so goes with yellow. Might free up Camaro a bit. Yes, okay, so goes one up with yellow 5. Now, what does background have to offer on this yellow here? Again, Camaro's on the lower cards here. Background's just trying to bring it back. Early draw from Camaro. We'll see what happens with that. Just hit 7 minutes. And Camaro's going to, or no, background's going to keep it on the yellow 3. And, oh man, maybe a bit of a bait there. Oh man, didn't actually draw. Has the yellow skip, green skip, and then the green 2. So a bit of a bait from Camaro there on the draw. That's some good mind games there, but still needs to try to figure out a way to get this ending here. Question is, what do we see from background on this green here? Do we see a potential switch, or do we keep it running on the green? No, we're going to see a bit of a run here. It goes to the red. Do we keep it going, or do we stop it at 3? And we do. We're going to go for the trifecta of cards here. The 3-card run with the switch. What does Camaro do on this red, though? He's going to table check. Or, no, background table checks. And Camaro has Uno. This time he does call it, so down to Uno. Background with a potential response. It's gonna do another switch. That's a bit. We'll see where he lands. Where is background gonna land here? Does it stay blue or does he go somewhere else? He goes yellow, maybe. Goes yellow. That's a bit of a risky play. But it's not going to matter. Camaro's going to have the wild to end it, and Camaro's going to get one back here, back up to 2-1 here. Good stuff to Camaro. I mean, Camaro, you did have the missed call on the Uno. Didn't quite get that, but we're able to find a way back into it. Any comments on that game? And I guess the mentality to just stay in it, even though you had a bit of a mistake there that cost the game to go a little longer. But any comments on after that one? Fumbled hard on that first run. Thank God I could get that back a little. I think background kind of answered the question I would have had anyways. Should have lost anyways, had nothing. So background really didn't have much on that one. So wasn't really able to offer much of a comeback in that. Just able to stall it out a bit. But we'll jump right into the next game here. Camaro's going to have game 4 call. Just cannot be 15. We'll see where he goes. All right, gonna go 12 here. We saw in the prior game we only saw 12, 14, and 15 here. Do see the 12, so we'll see what happens on this one. And we are ready to get things going, and we are underway with game 4. It's gonna be the blue 4. Let me just update the scorecard real quick as we wait for the first play. Gonna go with the blue one here, so plays it cool. Doesn't do anything too crazy off the start. And background's gonna do a quick switch into the red. Camaro's looking these higher card starts. Background maybe a little on the lower side here, so maybe a bit of a split dynamic here from the home stands. But all these away wins may be important because every win so far has been on the home stand. Got a ditto here on the red 7. Do we keep it red or do we see a switch? We see a switch here, and it's going to be the yellow 4. Alright, what's the response from Camaro here? It's going to be a table check from background. So Camaro does technically have possession arrow, but still relatively even. Gonna keep it yellow, so it goes with the yellow too. And background's gonna go with the wild early here. It goes with the wild green. We'll see if Camaro maybe tries to switch the color, if he's gonna run the green. Just gonna run the green here. It goes with the green too. So maybe he actually wanted the green switch there. But background's gonna have a run there to give himself the lead, or at least the possession arrow. And Camaro's gonna say, hold on a second, and throws a +2 down, so he takes the lead right back. And going on a bit of a run here. Switch into blue, big run. And the 4, are looking to make it 3 here, and maybe potentially the game ender. That would be a this would be a 7-card run to the finish here if he does get it. +4. So yeah, this is looking like a run potentially to the end here. Giving a lot of cards. Yellow reverse down to 2. And I think this game might be over here. Uno, and that will likely do it. And there it is. So another big run to the end there for Camaro. It's going to tie it 2-2 here. Homestand has taken every game so far. Not really much to say there. I think Camaro, I think you just had some good combination of draws or a starting hand, so able just to take advantage of that. Background not really able to do much with that, but thank you, Jesus. Yeah. I don't really got much to say on that. I think Background just had a good starting hand. There's not really much you could do there. So we'll jump to game 5 here. Arrow goes right back to background here. Just can't pick, I believe, 6. So we'll see where background goes here. He's gonna go 15. So another full send here. We'll see what the game plan is for background, but this has been a home dominated series so far. And we start on the red skip, so again, 2-2, this essentially became a best of 5. Alright, so Ditto to start us off here on the red 3. So interesting way to start the game out, but we are staying red. Background's going to go with the red 0. We saw him draw on this before, but usually a lot of people like keeping it the color if they want to play the 0, but we have seen draws on it before, and even switches, so may not have as much insight onto that 0 as we initially thought with some players, but we're just typing up something here. Just going to be the red 6. I mean, I think we have seen a bit of an adjustment here. Camaro definitely making sure he's looking at his cards more thoroughly to make sure he has these runs. And we have seen that. I'm wondering maybe potentially if that adjustment came earlier, he could have won possibly game 1 and be up 3-1. But we will not be able to know that for sure. Just running red so far. 1 up this time from Camaro. Bit of a calm start here. Haven't really seen any switches or anything like that. And we're just going to keep running the red. 1 down this time from Camaro, so kind of following a little bit in what background is doing closely. And there's the first switch. We go yellow. What's the response from Camaro? He's fine with it. Stays with the yellow. And now we just kind of run on yellow a little bit also. No, we don't. Light switch from background, so now we go green. So now we see a bit of a action picking up here. Question is, how does Camaro respond to this? Because we are starting to break up a little bit of the flow that we had before at the start of the game. Just gonna go with it. Still going with whatever's being thrown out. Plays the green 8. And background's gonna do a double here with the +2, so it gives himself a bit of a cushion. Just past 2:30 here in this game. So Camaro with 2 extra cards here. We'll see what he does in this, whether he keeps it green, maybe he switches the color. He's going to go on potentially a run of his own here. Green skip, green reverse. Trying to go for that big run that he's had in the prior games. No, he draws on the green, so does the double and just runs out completely. Can backgrounds capitalize on this? And he's going to, oh man, he's going to do the red reverse, but then go right back into green. Oh man, huge run and ends it with a wild yellow. That red reverse could have been a stray. That could have been a costly mistake from Camaro there. And Camaro's going to go with the wild blue, crosses over instead with his own wild. But background has blue, but he may have a missing yellow here. So we'll see what he does. Blue 3. I'm actually wondering if maybe the last 2 cards are what I think they are. Oh no, he has another wild, so this is going to be check here. Background or Camaro needs to switch the color, or that's going to be game. Unless background's doing some crazy mind games here, but I don't know. And he doesn't have anything, and that's likely going to do it. And there it is, the yellow one that ended off. Background up 3-2, has the double wild there to secure it. Good stuff there. I mean, it was able to also get that blue stray out of the way as well. So background with a good game there. Got the wilds in a decent combo. So the homestand dominance continues here. 5 games in a row, the homestand has won. We'll see if it ends up continuing. I mean, Camaro, do you have any comments about that? Really just felt like you kind of just got, I mean, I kind of just ran out of ammo there at the end, but any comments on that game? Also, the reverse left open potentially may have cost you there also, but any thoughts? Okay, so background's going to go BRB. Nothing in my hand was bad. All right, fair enough. So background BRB for a second. This gives me a great time to update the scorecard. So again, kind of running the ship on by myself today for the D2 matches is what it is, but we are getting them all done today, so that is a good thing. We'll have our final possibly at some point during the week. So that's good, but background is up 3-2. Both power plays still in hand, although I don't know if any of them are really going to be used until a specific point in the match, I think. Also, with both players getting 2 games, both are guaranteed at least 3rd here, so we'll be getting a podium out of this no matter what happens. So great stuff to both. Let me update the scorecard. All right, there we go. And now we're updated. Oh, I forgot to do the ping. Oh man, I knew I was forgetting something. Give me a second. It's 3-2. sorry about that. Okay, so jumping back into the stream, going 14 here, so only one down. I mean, background is liking this higher card starts here, even though it didn't work for him in games 3 and 4, but it did work. The 15 did work. Maybe this is more of a homestand thing. So whoever gets that first away win could be a big difference in this series here. So jump to the game 6. Camaro likely going to join in a second. We will see what happens with that. But yeah, and we are underway here, going with the green skip to kick us off here for game number 6. And background's going to start with the green 3 here, so yeah, not a crazy start here. That's kind of how game 5 started, but we'll see how it ends up developing. Camaro just taking a second to look through his cards. Again, with these higher card starts, especially with this old bot here, which is getting retired once the season's done, it's a bit of a hassle to kind of go through the cards to make sure you have everything. New bot makes it a little bit easier to sort through what your hand is. And Camaro's just going to go with the green 7. There is the site too. There is the website. Yeah. But green 6. And now we're going to see what ends up happening for Camaro here, whether he sticks with... Okay, no, he's going to go for the green skip. A bit of a run here early. Blue skip, that's going to be a switch here. Do we see the 3-card switch? Yes, we do. So Camaro's going to take the lead with the 3-card switch here as we go into blue. And background's just going to keep it cool here with the blue 7. Camaro goes up with the blue 1. Again, this is a bit of a pivotal game here. I mean, if this is the homestand continuing, background goes up 4-2 here, but if Camaro can get this away win, that could be big. One up this time from background. Table check. Camaro has a 1.5 card lead. I'm just going to see what ends up happening here. Camaro's going to throw a +2 here. He seems to like to have a lot of ammo here. But only does a double with this one. Extends that lead a little bit. And it's a ditto there, but no in before. A little interesting. Switch to the yellow. All right. Cross over to the red though. So action's been picking up here in game 6. 6-10. Camaro able to play. Camaro has not had a draw yet so far. Background really needs to figure out where that weak color is. Another ditto here on the red 2. Camaro keeps it going with the 1-up. What's the play from background here though? And he doesn't feel safe, throws the +4 down, but keeps it red. So 4 more cards thrown back onto Camaro's hand. Will that have saved him the game? We'll have to see. But Camaro's going to go for a red skip. It maybe could have. This maybe could have been the run to the finish, depending on how this goes. Red skip, yellow skip. And then the yellow 0. So another three card switch here from Camaro. He's been doing that quite a bit so far. 7-5, so about a 1.5 card lead. But background's gonna close it down to being even. So double there on the yellow. 4:30 in this game could be a very pivotal game in this match. Both players down to 5. What will Camaro have on this yellow here? Nothing. No yellow from Camaro. Does background have any yellow to keep the run going? He may not have, but he switches the red. That gives him the lead. And Camaro's going to have the slap right away on the red, so doesn't work out for background here, but we'll see if it stays red or if Camaro does a switch. Again, Broden, please stop with the in-game comments. You could put it in the Uno Watch Party VC, but let's not disrupt the match here. But Camaro's going to do the wild blue. And oh man, it's a bit of a ditto in a way, where now background does the +2 slap. This time on the blue though, but this time he leaves it open. Oh boy. We'll see how this plays out here. We'll see if Camaro throws down a +2. He does not. He just throws down the blue 2. But now background in a bit of a bad situation. Needs to find a switch here quickly or get something good off the draw. He's taking a second to type this out here. He may have found a +4 off the draw. Oh my god, and goes back into red. Potential bailout there, we'll have to see. But now what does Camaro do? 9-4. 6:30 on the clock. Can background looking to make this 4-2 here and keep the homestand streak alive. And then at that point, he's just either got to win game 9 or break it in 7 or 8. And another wild, and we go back to blue, and this has just been a war of blue and red. Background cannot play the blue. I don't know how long Camaro will play the red. I wouldn't imagine that long though. But Camaro has another wild here and is able to get his blue here. And oh my god, background goes back to the red. An absolute war is breaking out between blue and red here, and background is the commander for red, and Camaro draws on the red. Both players leading their armies or their blue and red armies to try to get to the end here. Oh my goodness gracious. Camaro goes back to the blue. Oh my god. Does background have something or does he draw? He has the blue. He has another blue. Gets the Uno. Can he finish the game here? Absolutely crazy stuff here in game 6. What does Camaro have here to potentially stop it, or does he just run with whatever he places down? Oh my goodness gracious, we have been running blue and red for a while now. Both have been strictly on one side here. Camaro's going to go for the blue reverse. And now we go to yellow here, so it takes a bit of a risk, potentially. That's kind of what this game's all about, though. What will the play be here, though, because his turn's not over yet. It's taking a second to type this. Just trying to make sure this lines up. Okay. Again, please put your comments in the Watch Party VC. Camaro is taking a second here. We just passed 9 minutes. might be thinking. And he's gonna go with the yellow 7. Does background end it here? And he does! The yellow switch costs him! And background is gonna go up 4-2 on the costly switch. Oh man. Home streak stays alive. Background is 1 game away from making it back to the final. And Camaro, unfortunate switch there. I mean, background, any thoughts on that? I mean, you were really running the red the entire game, but it seems like that yellow 8 may have just been a stray card you couldn't seem to get rid of. Any comments on how that was going, how you were feeling as it went back and forth between the red and blue? I mean, that I said it for commentary. That felt like a war between 2 colors. But any thoughts on how that went and the feeling when the switch to yellow happened? I am going to probably have to lock this channel for only players here because this is getting a little distracting. Yes, I'm just gonna do this for now. The 2+4 is what? Let me just make sure that they can send a message. Okay, you're good. Camaro and background should still be able to send messages. Yeah. Again, please put your comments if you're a spectator into the watch party VC. Had 2 +4s in a while. I was thinking it was going well. Having to blow the +4s to stop Camaro made me concerned. Perfect changes bailed me out. So fair enough, Camaro. I mean, any comments from Camaro there? I mean, definitely felt like you needed to do the switch there, but ended up costing you. Any comments as that as you're now down 4-2 here, needing to win these next 3 straight. Yeah, I'm just checking the channel here. Not really, just had no good cards at the end. Alright. Fair enough. 4-2 here, background 1 away, goes off to game 7 here. Camaro is going to have the call. He just can't pick, let me check, just can't pick 12, so we'll see what the call ends up being here as I update the scorecard again. What will the call be from Camaro? Just can't be 12. Five is the lowest number. Range is 5 to 15. Alright, so it's gonna go 8. So 1 up from the OG start here. Camaro definitely looking to rally off 3 here, and I mean, based on how this has gone so far, every single win has been homestand, so maybe these first 2 games could be in his favor potentially, but 1 slip up and it'll be all over for Camaro here, and his background will make it to the final, but Camaro's going to start us off on 8, starts with the green reverse. Green 5 to start us off, so another calmer start. It's interesting because we saw the 7 and 6 at the start, but haven't really seen this lower cards in a while. But bit of a crossover here on both sides. Goes yellow red, so going all over the place here. Background's gonna stick it with the red here. Goes 6, and now Camaro's gonna go for blue 6. This is a lot of light switching early here. We already have Pandora's unlocked. Blue 1. And this has been a pretty quick game in pace so far. Blue 7. I mean, this is both players kind of bolting out of the gates here for game 7. 5 to 4. Red 7 and another light switch. This is a really quick play here. This is a very drastic change in pace. And the wild yellow gets placed down here. We'll see what happens for background here. Camaro's going to have a guaranteed play here, assuming the color doesn't get switched. And background's got nothing on the yellow, so no yellow here. Camaro's going to have the play here. Going to play the yellow 9 here. Does he get switched on, or does background have nothing? Background's going to draw a yellow 8 here. Again, very quick pace here right now. Urgency is being felt right now. Yellow 4 is going to leave it to Uno. See what background can do. Draws. Can Camaro end it? Yes, he can. That was a quick one.
ends in about under a minute. Very, very fast paced. Not really a lot of ammo per se. I mean, you had that wild, but for the most part, very, very numbers based game. Good stuff there from both players, but Camaro's going to take that one, and it's now going to be 4-3. I mean, Camaro, any comments on that? That's one of the faster paces we've seen out of you so far. Definitely felt the urgency there to try to get the game win there, but any comments on how that went and it being able to lock it up at the end with the yellow wild? Nothing doing. Okay, so there's backgrounds hand. I mean, you definitely see some color switches here and there, but overall, just ran numbers here. I think both players had mostly numbers, although Camaro did have that wild, and that did end up making the difference there. Very, very fast game. Close, didn't think I get it done. Thank God I did. All right, let me update the scorecard, and then we're going to jump into game number 8 here. So Camaro's going to have the call once again. Again, homestands have won every single game so far, so this is looking favorable for Camaro to push this to a game 9, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in specific. But Camaro's going to have the call, just can't be 8. We'll see what he goes with. He's going to go down. He's going to run the roulette here. So, bit of a risk here, but we'll see if it pays off. So goes 5. This has a lot of different possibilities of what could happen from this. This could be a very, very quick game. This could be both with terrible hands. This could be a 0-minute game. This could be a 20-minute game. We have seen so much variability on this card start here. Let me get this going. But yeah, game 8. Camaro's going to be able to start off the blue. Can background follow also? He's going to have the blue 4, his signature blue 4. Maybe that's a good sign for him. And Camaro has nothing on blue here. Does background have something on blue? No, he doesn't, so it's an early draw from both here. Only be able to play 1 blue apiece. But Camaro is going to get the green 4 off the draw, and now we get a color switch here. Can background play the green? Yes, he can. So this is a bit of a similar... bit of similarity so far. Camaro able to run this green here, but background cannot, only has 1 green. 3 to 5. Again, we talk about this kind of being a bit of a roulette card start, especially at the beginning, but able to get the switch on the red, so really good there. I would think background is able to play the red here, but what is he going to have? Only the red 5 here. Can Camaro get the Uno, or does he draw? He's going to get the Uno with a +2. Is this game? And yes, it is. He has the both +2s. Roulette works out for Camaro, and we're going to game 9. Oh my god. This is insane. So, double 1-minute games there. Background, I don't think really had much there to offer, but it's nice that someone got lucky there. But yeah, so Camaro is going to win on that roulette there, and now we're going to game 9, and every single game has been a homestand victory. I said it before going into game 8, this might be favorable for Camaro, but going into this game 9, he's going to have the away stand, background's going to have the homestand, so we'll see what ends up happening with this. Background is going to go 15 here. He just couldn't pick 14, so he's going to go back to 15, taking advantage of the MCSR. So, full send for game number 9 here. Last game in the series. We will see who pulls this one off here. This is for all the marbles. So, background joins. Camaro's going to join here in a second. Yes, both players have a power play. And power play hasn't been used. I feel like power play is going to get used in this game for both players. So, we'll end up seeing what happens. Game 9's going underway, and we're starting with the blue +2 here. We saw this in the match at 1 p.m. How it did kind of slightly cost Alex the +10 there, but gonna go with the blue 1 instead. Not gonna risk it. So it's gonna start things calm here. Very, very close game. This has been very, very big back and forth here. Every single homestand has been the victor, so you would think this could be in favor of background here, but you never really know with this. I was going to go with the blue 6, but background's going to go on a very quick run to start things off here.
for a potential three card switch, and he is going to get it. So takes the lead with that. Goes to green. And we'll see how long this ends up running here, but background kind of quickly out of the gates here. And a light switch into the red one, so didn't stay on the green for that long. Kind of just exploring the table here right now, but again, crucial match here. Whoever wins this game will win the match and face Nightwalker in the Acoustic August final. Both with a lot on the line here. Gonna go with the red. And no, Camaro has ran out on red here, so isn't able to continue. It really only had one red on that 15 card start, so really not strongly dealt on the red in the first place. So background able to find a weak color early here, but we'll see how long he can keep it on red. And still a lot of cards here, and Camaro's gonna have a +2 here. No, wait, no, maybe he doesn't. Wait, does he not have it? I think he needs to space it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, we hit a period. That's why he has another +2. Oh, wait, what? Wait, is he have a? Was he waiting for? No, he leaves it open on the +6. Okay, that's an interesting call. I'm a little surprised by that. That was not something I was expecting, but background's just going to keep it red here, but Camaro threw 6 down, so gives himself a bit of a buffer right now. And he's just going to keep drawing on this red here, still cannot find anything. And background's just going to keep running it on red. Going to be the red 5 here. So gets it off the draw. Just hit 3 minutes. Does background keep it going on red? No, he's going to switch to the green. So, breaks free from the red, goes to the green. What does Camaro do here? Gonna ditto here, so maybe both wanted the green. And gonna go for the wild yellow here, so very quickly off the green here. 11 to 10, still relatively close here. Pretty much even, but background with the position arrow. Camaro's going to give it here, so what does background do on this yellow? Going to throw a +2 down and then just closes out with a double here. Two sides of the coin with the 2s there, but now what does Camaro do with 2 extra cards? Just going to keep it yellow. Does a little bit of squaring here. 2 to the 4. 1 down to the 3. So just keeps it going. Background just liking this yellow, just keeps it going there. Camaro seems to be fine with it also, but we'll see how long it is until a switch from either background or Camaro. Camaro typing something up, was thinking for a second. Just about to hit 5 minutes. It's going to be a ditto here. 7 to 10, so a bit of a gap for background. Gonna go 7. 3.5 card lead. Here's a reverse here, so maybe maybe another 3 color switch here, or 3 card switch. We are going to blue. Again, just taking a second to type this up. And there it is, the 3 color switch brings it down to 1.5. Does background have a blue here to play? He has a +4 and he keeps it yellow. Background is just keeping it yellow here. Throws 4 more down for Camaro. Down to 4. Camaro up to 11. And background has just kept running this yellow here. Quick switch to the red 9. And oh my god, background has it covered. Background is insistent on this yellow, but Camaro's going to switch it to the green. Power play, this might be it. Camaro's going to draw. I forgot to type draws there in a second. But a crossover to the blue. Draws. And I think this might be it for background here. Try the table check. Blue skip, and that's going to be it with the green wild. It is over. Background has made it into the Acoustic August final after making it into the February final at the start of the year. Incredible stuff to background. Every single game was won on the homestand, so that's kind of wild, but great performance from both players here. But background's going to be one who gets the job done. I mean, background, we all remember that February final. Definitely was someone you're looking to come into that one on top, but couldn't quite get the job done there. After going through the entire season here, in the very last tournament of the regular season, you have made it right back into the finals of the tournament. How are you feeling after that? And you were only the second player this season in both divisions to make 2 finales. But what's the feelings based off that, and especially being with the washed character mentality here, what's been the mindset throughout this tournament to try to get back to this final here, especially with the D2 championship lurking on the line? Once we get an answer from background, we'll get a quick comment from Camaro here. Camaro, unfortunately, comes up just short, but still put up an incredible fight here throughout this tournament. Will exit 3rd and puts himself in a great spot for a potential at-large. Since just taking each win as it comes, had a lot of close series, unlike my finals opponent. So a little bit of shade there to Nightwalker. I mean, we're gonna have a UK final, gonna be England versus Wales. So bit of a union rivalry there. But yeah, for Camaro, I mean, unfortunately, it came up just short. But I mean, what an incredible run you've had this tournament. I don't think a lot of people are expecting you to have the second half of the season surge you did. Unfortunately, it doesn't end here. You will have to wait and see if you get an at-large, but I mean, I think you've done an incredible job in the second half of the season to bring it back. Just walk us through how you felt throughout this run, not just in the Acoustic August, but also just the second half of the year, being able to now win after win, especially against some capable players. Just walk us through how you felt with this run and what you've taken from this experience as you look towards the postseason, whether that be in the LCQ or even the T2 championship. While he's typing that, I'm gonna just get the results up here. Just a second. Let me check the power. Yeah, there we go. 5-4. Okay, 6, 8, 17, 21, 24, 28, 35. 44 minutes, so a bit longer than the first match of the day. But this one goes 9. There we go. Oh wait, that's not the right channel. Whoops. Currently setting up. Just gonna post this here. So yeah, quite the series. Every single homestand was the person who ended up winning. So that did not change at all. Ended up going 9, but here's Camaro's comments. I feel like it did good. I thank God I had the opportunity to get to the Final Four, but overall happy how I did. Congratulations to the background, and yeah, so very happy with how he's done. We'll see if he ends up getting an at-large spot. I think a lot of people were very impressed with Camaro's run. Not just here, but overall the second half of the season. Big step up from the February Flurry and the April Airwave, where I believe he only got may have only got one. Maybe I'm not even sure if he got a win there, but I'll have to check that. But yeah, so that'll do it.
we have our final set. It's going to be Nightwalker, the 8th seed of the base region, going up against Background, the 2 seed of the what's it called, the accordion region. I think this is the second tournament in a row. It's going to be A versus B, so that's kind of a funny coincidence. But Background looking to redeem himself from the February Flurry as he's in his second final, and Nightwalker looking to clinch his spot into the D2 championship and not have to wait for the at-large discussion. We'll be excited to see how that one goes, but until then, that will do it for us here on the D2 side of things. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been G-Man, and on behalf of the entire commission team, we thank you all for watching this D2 Acoustic August Final Four doubleheader. We will be back later in the week with the final between Background Character and Nightwalker. That is one you absolutely do not want to miss. See who ends up coming on top, claims an automatic berth into the D2 championship, and overall just gives us all the best momentum going into it. So very, very exciting times ahead. We'll have the D2 championship reveal coming up soon. That will actually be on YouTube here. We're trying a new format with that, so make sure to tune in for that when that happens. It will be very exciting to see nonetheless, to see who the field is. But we're going to be determining another spot here into the field at some point this week with the final. But again, thank you all so much for watching. We're going to have some more D1 action for you coming up in a little bit, but until then, have a great day, and we'll be back with some more D1 action with I believe Not Short, as I believe it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be, what's it called? That is not the right one. It's going to be Llamas versus Gold, so that'll be coming up in a bit. I'm running on a bit of a tangent here, but just going to close this off now. Thank you all so much for watching. We will see you back in a little bit for the Cody Llamas versus Gold in D1, but for D2, we will see you later this week to determine who will win the Acoustic August. Until then, have a great day, everyone, and we will be back with you in a little bit.